Hey everyone, this is Alex.
This is Bashka. This is Fool's Odyssey episode 42. And I think today we're going to talk about Guardian of Galaxy Volume 2.
Right. So, my prediction for Boschka was that he was gonna think it's okay, but he will still like it. So, was I on the nose with this one, Bosch?
Pretty much. It wasn't a bad movie by any chance. Like, it's good, it's enjoyable, but it's a like normally good movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The reason why I say this is because like the vibe, the feeling, the energy of this movie, it's exactly the same as the first one.
Yes. Almost, yeah.
It feels exactly the same. Like there is some great character development in this movie, but
But the whole sequence and everything felt very.
yes, it's very
I mean, the
familiar.
first one was like surprising, like, oh wow, they're doing this kind of stuff, cool. But when you're doing the exact same thing, the effect kind of just blands off, I guess.
The thing is for this one they did the dysfunctional family angle again.
Right.
And like I get it, but at the same time they've been together for a while now at this point. So the fact that they're still like kind of like this to each other doesn't really mesh well in my opinion.
What do you mean by that?
Because like I get it if they're like a family that argues with each other but still love each other, but this one is just the same kind of relationship they had in the first one. Like there was no change.
Yeah, I guess they don't feel closer.
Yes. Yeah, because you know what I mean. Like from Iron Man 1 to Iron Man 2, or from Captain America 1 to Captain America 2, there's like a big change, big shift for the characters. This one, not so much. And I think by the end of the movie, not many of them have grown that much to begin with, or at the end. You know what I'm saying? Like Gamora, Drax, Groot, Star-Lord even, they don't really change that much. Like this journey is just like another like story. There's no like personal development for the characters. I would say the only characters that really changed was like Yondu and Rocket and Nebula.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think that's like the main. Well, Nebula, I guess we kind of now see like her thought, I guess. More than like, so whatever she said doesn't always means whatever it is that she actually
Yeah.
feel.
Yeah.
I think this movie was just all about like Yandu. I would totally agree with that. He's the guy that has, it was explained his backstory about the Ravager shenanigans, right? And then he also has a scene where he just kills everything. He also has a scene where he like, I think he does a lot more than Peter did in this movie.
So it's interesting how they did this movie, because I guess in the first one they focused a lot on Star-Lord, so I guess in this one they want to shift it to the other characters.
Right.
Yeah. So there are rumors saying like, I guess I'm going to spoilers, but like there are rumors saying in the third one it's gonna be more focused on Rocket and Drax.
Rocket again? I mean, I guess people do like Rocket, but
Yeah, but I feel like Gamora gets her chance in the Avengers movie because she's very tightly closely
With
tied
Thanos.
to Thanos. Yeah, exactly.
yeah, but I don't know. For me, Gamora still hasn't held that much meaning to me.
Well, that might change in the Avengers
Maybe.
movie. It might change, but
Maybe.
for now, I can see it. She's kind of just there. Yeah, that's all I have to say about our initials impressions. So going into the spoilerinos, of course, let's talk about the new character Mantis, because she doesn't really have much to do. So what did you think of Mantis?
I don't know. Nothing at all.
Yeah. I mean, she's kind of there. She's kind of like the comic-ish character.
I guess, and I guess she's supposed to, well, I don't know what she's supposed to be. She's supposed to be like, giving like as in like a forewarning of what the whole ego is all about, or what's her? I don't know what she's doing. Is she there to like expose the characters like inner feeling and stuff like that?
Her character, I believe, is just there to help the Guardians fight against Ego, because Ego, the main villain in this movie, is a giant planet, a giant celestial, like a godlike being, essentially. So realistically speaking, when you're writing this movie, you need something to be able to help Guardians, give them like a bit of a handicap, right? So I guess Mantis is just written there just so she can like make him go to sleep and kind of just ease it. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know, because she doesn't really do much other than make people sleep, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like her powers are
Yeah, that was.
useless.
I think that was the one part. She just like, okay, let's touch the root and put him to sleep.
Yeah.
He fell asleep. Okay.
So I think that's the reason why she's even a part of the Guardians, because they needed someone to be able to like help out against Ego.
Mm.
And that's all I have to say about that. She did her part. If that's why she's there, she did her part. Oh yes, I forgot. And then we got the other. Well, we'll start off with the minor villain, which is like the Sovereign. What do you think of their character? The golden people.
Well, I mean, I don't know. The fact that they were like, playing video games while, shooting stuff and whatnot. At one point, I was like, ooh, like joining them might seems like be a cool thing. But then I'm like concerned if I'm like, being there, do I have to be like golden skin too and stuff? That's kind of.
But you are a golden skin, Bosch. You're always gonna be a gold trophy to me.
Moving on. But yeah, I thought like the scene where they were in the snow place when there's this the two stooges just like rolling out the carpet for her and it kind of gets stuck and stuff like that. I thought that shows the what do you call it, the feel of those people.
Yes, they
like they try to act high and mighty, but shit just goes.
Yes, exactly.
Southwest real well.
They're very pretentious and.
Yeah, pretentious. That's the word.
Yes, and it just it shows their true colors. They're just like
the golden true color.
I don't know how can I say like as they said in the movie, they think highly of themselves, but they're really just like kind of just like idiots. They take themselves seriously when they are just goofy,
Mm-hmm.
But
like a lot of people in the world,
especially us.
Especially you.
But yeah, I don't know. I can't really say that they were threatening at all because the Guardians had no problem taking them out.
They kind of do, right? Like they have to like resort to like what you call it, unconventional means. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Like for example, like like when they were chased in the first time, how they had to do like going to the quantum asteroid space thing. So it's kind of like it's not like if they're not a threat, the Guardian would just like stand their ground and like shoot them down, right?
But that's like
you know what I'm saying. So
that's like they're saying they're only powerful because they have high number of people to.
Pretty much, yes. Yeah, but they're still a threat. I wouldn't say they're completely not a threat. They're a threat of some sort, kind of like the stuff that gives the element of what you call it, like they have to hurry kind of thing because like something's chasing after them. You know what I mean?
I guess
that's what it feels like to me. But it's not like they're important by any means.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I don't know because like in their second encounter, they kind of just blew them up so easily, like no problem at all.
Yeah. Well, they kind of have with the help of Nebula too, right? Without Nebula's help, they can't really beat them because the generator died or something. Remember?
Yeah, but then with Nebula, they just laser beam all the ships at once, and it kind of just like, well,
pretty much.
That was kind of pointless. Right? It was just like,
well, it's not pointless. It's to show that Nebula is willing to,
sacrifice.
Blah 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 blah. Yeah.
Well, she's a sadist.
Deal with pain
she likes it.
Sadist. Ugh. Yeah, we're not. Yeah, okay, go on.
Bashka's about to go into a rant about S&M.
And I stopped myself because I know my place.
On next week's episode, it's going to be as a bondage and S&M. Okay.
Let me teach you how to tie a turtle tie. First.
So did you think that the Sovereign filled a role? Because honestly, I think that they were there because of the post-credit scenes where she was like, I created the ultimate being, Atom.
Oh, yeah. Right.
So that character is based off of Adam Warlock in the Marvel character.
Was Adam Warlock supposed to have anything to do with Sovereign or what?
I think so. He's definitely. I think he's made by them.
So that is even like in the original.
Yeah, so it's very close to the original, and he's supposed to be like this very high, powerful sorcerer, like and he's supposed to be like the master of the soul stone. Yeah, so I don't know too much about Adam Warlock. I just know that he's a very popular and powerful character. But the Sovereign, I guess, fulfilled their role-ish, just not satisfying to me. That's all I got to say about that. Okay, let's go to the big baddie Ego. What do you think of his character, the giant planet of doom?
I don't know. For something that's supposed to be really powerful, it doesn't feel that powerful.
Yeah. Well, he got controlled quite easily by Mantis. You know, he went to sleep and then he kind of just did nothing for the rest of the movie. Got his ass whooped by Peter.
I mean, yeah, I don't know about the sleep part. Yeah, sure, whatever kind of thing. But it for me, I don't know. It just feels like he's not that menacing.
Yeah. You know, like, because he's on their... Okay, so they're on him, like, his planet, I guess. Or technically on him.
Mm-hmm.
And he explained to us, like, because of this... On this planet, he can do whatever he wants. He's only limited by his imagination. So, by that logic, he should be able to just do whatever the fuck he wants. But he chooses to do nothing.
I mean, I guess that's one way to look at it, though. I don't know. For me, it's just like, I don't know. He just doesn't feel menacing. He doesn't feel powerful. He just sucked.
I mean,
nothing for a villain. That's why I said, right? Like it's less of him being a villain, more that Yandu being the badass that he is.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like the movie is all about.
I think it's... Or you can make the argument like, oh, he was distracted by all these things or whatever, right? But like at the same time, it's kind of just like, he's a celestial, man.
Things?
He's a god. These guys should be like ants to them.
But the thing is, like, Peter now is just like normal human, right? Got no celestial whatever.
Yeah, because Ego died, and he was like saying like, as long as he's alive, then Peter has access to his other half of the DNA.
How come?
I don't know. It's just the way it was explained.
I
I think he had to be on that planet or something too, like to be able to access the power. Yeah.
Really?
I guess the planet is like a giant battery. another MCU battery is what we're...
Yeah, a lot of battery, eh? There's like 3 different huge battery talk in this whole movie too, right?
MCU really loves batteries, I guess.
Yeah.
I get that this movie is supposed to be more about like the father-son relationship and like that deep bond, but you know, like,
for me, if I want to make him more menacing, I'm first of all, I'm gonna make, like, him destroying like a couple planets. That's for sure.
yeah.
Show him that, well, by him doing that to several planets, and what kind of, like, destruction and like how much power he could gain from that to, just to show the actual threat. Because before anything happens, what happened is just like in other places there's like a blob of like blue crap and that's it, right?
Yeah, actually, what is up with that? Because like, if say he does accomplish his goals, right? And then what? He just becomes one with the universe?
I don't know, you're asking me. I'm not a planet-sized something.
Like, what's the point of like he calls it the expansion? So what's the point of like expanding your being all over the universe? Like, what benefits?
My thought is that by having that means they'll have like more cores to what you call it, spread, right? Like, for example, like, the original planet has like a brain, right? In other one with the seed, maybe it'll become like extra batteries where he could sap up more power. That's my thought.
So it's gonna be like fucking Pangea where he's gonna like combine all these planets together to make a giant super planet.
No, that's not necessarily. Do you know Endless? So there's this game, completely unrelated. It's called Endless Space or something like that, I think. One of the civilization has the ability to like connect its main planet with like routes to other planets, kind of like not even planets, like other system, like star system.
Yeah.
So my image is something like that, but it's just that with the more it connects with the roots and whatnot, it becomes like extra energy, and you could like tap it from the energy and then shoot a big Kamehameha or whatever. I don't know.
I guess.
That's my best imagination. I don't know.
Pointless, but sure.
What do you mean pointless? He could be like the 6th Infinity Power Stone if the shit did happen, doesn't it? I don't know. He'll be so strong.
Yeah, so why didn't Ego seek out the Infinity Stones then? Like, with the Infinity Stones, he would be able to do all the shit, no problem.
Maybe he never knew.
He does know about the Infinity Stones.
Did he say it?
Yeah. In the beginning of the movie, he was like, oh, I was able to find you because I heard about a human who was able to wield an Infinity Stone.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
He did say that. without perishing, and I knew that has to be you.
Yeah, exactly. I will say this though, like the only part that felt menacing was like when he was able to like kind of just like suffocate all the guardians, and then it was the only reason why they broke out of that was because Peter was able to like distract them because he was able to harness the planet's energy for himself.
Right.
So I thought that was pretty cool. Like Drax was drowning, Yondu was being covered by the rocks, Gamora and Nebula were being choked out, Groot was being crushed by the rocks. That was the only part that I felt was like, oh shit, he's actually gonna do something.
I don't know. For me, that doesn't feel
Yeah, because I know
imposing
yeah,
enough. Because
yeah, you know they're gonna get out of it, but that was like the only moment where just like, yeah, that something's happening.
I mean, well, not necessarily just that. It's more of a like, I'm thinking of like the words here, because let's just say all the Guardians of the Galaxy all just died there, yeah, you'll be just like, oh okay, 5 people died, big deal. You see what I'm trying to say? The casualty level is just not that great. It just doesn't feel threatening. You know what I mean?
So even when the expansion was happening and you saw all the planets getting like fucked up, like you didn't care about that.
But nothing. Nobody. The terror hasn't happened yet. It's just like a huge blob and people are running away.
Yeah, but it still destroyed like buildings. It still swallowed some people.
I don't know. It just doesn't feel that threatening. It's just like.
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
It doesn't feel that impressive.
For someone who's very.
I mean, I agree.
Yeah.
But
for someone who's very powerful, he doesn't feel powerful in this movie. Okay, let's go on to the main good guys, the Guardians themselves. You know what? Let's start off with like the people with the least amount of change. So Drax, Gamora, and Star-Lord.
yeah, they don't change.
I would say.
Drax kind of changed a little.
Yeah, I would say Drax changed a little bit.
He joked more. Before he hate jokes, right?
Yeah.
He don't do jokes. Now he's like joking most of the time.
Yeah.
Kind of.
And he kind of opened up about his past too. So like we see like a hint of Drax's story and why he's like this.
So what? So sorry, I don't know if I missed it, but Gamora still said it, right? Mantis trying to say something to Drax.
Mm-hmm.
Did it ever been like mentioned, or is it about the cavern only?
Yeah, it was about the cavern, I think. Like they need to get out of here because Ego isn't who he says he is. And then
I see.
Gamora does not change.
Nope.
And who else damaged? Star-Lord kind of changes, but not really. Yeah, not really. I was trying to think like, what was his journey in this movie? Just to realize that he's better off as a human.
I don't know about better off as a human. I guess his father, who was supposed to be, I don't know, because he gained nothing at the end of this too, right?
He gained the family.
The one that he always has. But what I'm saying, he didn't get like superpower. He didn't get new equipment.
No. Oh, he gained a girlfriend, I guess. Him and Gamora got together at the end.
Yes. But didn't they kind of do that last time too? They were just like chilling on like the veranda or whatever.
They hinted at it, but now this time it's like confirmed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I guess another character who goes through the least amount of changes is Groot as well.
Nah, Groot does a lot of stuff.
He does a lot of stuff, but he doesn't change in any way. I guess because he's like a baby. I don't know.
Yeah, well, no, I think was Groot always that? Oh, I guess he kind of does. Aggressive is what I was trying to say.
No, he's more aggressive now. Because remember when Groot was like that big guy, he was kind of like mellow.
Yeah, he's very kind of pacifist. Right?
Yes, I guess it came.
Now he's kind of like just all out.
Yeah, he was like, I want revenge. I'm gonna take you out and stuff. And this guy was looking at me weird, so I punched him. Yeah, just like baby rage, I guess.
Mind you, someone, eh?
Not as cute though.
Cuter.
Groot or this person?
I don't know who you're talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm just trying to play along. But apparently you think this person is cuter than Groot. Okay, interesting.
Okay. I didn't say that, but okay.
All right. If whoever you are, if you happen to be listening to this episode, Bosch thinks you're very cute.
You're very welcome.
Okay, what else? Now we go for the characters that changed the most, which is Rocket, Nebula, and Yondu.
Rocket changed?
I would say so. He was like a super douche asshole, right, in the beginning of the movie.
I
But
guess.
then he realizes like he's doing this because he's insecure about himself, and he realizes like at the end, family's important.
Family.
Yeah, it's all about family. It's been a long time, my friend. Yeah, and Nebula, of course, family again, going with the theme of family.
Hmm.
She was telling Gamora how she wants a sister, and and Gamora didn't give a shit, and she just wanted to just be the best, and just
But the thing is, they're not really family. Like as in, like they're not sister by blood,
no,
right? By any chance.
no,
They're kind of like the princess of a planet that Thanos just picked as a trophy, right? Trophy.
yeah. Well, it's kind of like they're kidnapped and brainwashed, and
So they
groomed.
do get brainwashed.
Yeah, groomed into being who they are now. Yeah, and then Yondu. Did Yondu change? I don't think so. He was always like this.
I don't think Yandu changed. Yeah,
But we got to see more of him.
you got to see more of him. That's
Yeah.
what I think was the cool part
Yeah, but I mean, it worked.
because he's been a cool character. Well, he changed his mohawk. Finally got the way you want it to be, right?
The more accurate Mohawk, yeah.
Mm.
I mean, I like Yondu as a character. Like spoilers, he dies, and I was kind of sad that he died because I wanted to see more of him in the MCU.
No, for me, I'm kind of glad that he died
Oh, why is that?
because he died in a good note.
Mm.
Because even everybody that like even the Ravagers and whatever, they're all like still respect him till the very end, and like everybody just like like all those stuff. Like he died a good death.
Mm.
He lived a good life, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I think that part was like good, like great.
Mm. Yeah, like his death payoff.
But the thing is, like, he's does pay off. But the thing is, he's too strong, way too strong.
because of the whistling arrow.
Way too exactly. Because there's no weakness as of yet. As long as whistling, everything dies.
Well,
That's just
but his arrow broke. It snapped in half.
yeah. But then who said you can't fly even when it's broken?
You can probably fly it, but it would just be that, like that half with the.
With the red thing.
Yeah, it won't be the pointy end. It will be like the dull end, I guess, if that makes sense.
Well, it's broken, so it has to be pointy too.
Maybe, I don't know. And also snapped half. Okay, anyways, we're going into this crazy territory.
Right.
But anyways, yeah, like Yondu's payoff was good, and yeah, as you said, it's kind of good that he died on a high note and that he was able to get that respect.
Mhm.
But at the same time, I was like, oh man, I kind of want to see him in the later movies. How he interacts with the other characters.
I agree.
Hmm.
But the thing is, like, I don't think he'll join too well because he's not a hero. You know what I mean?
No, but he could have been like part of like the OG Ravagers Guardians team that we saw at the end, and then
Yeah. But I don't know. Just the thing is, like, I don't think he'll, because he's just very fine with killing everything. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's all about money.
And for like the heroic theme thing, it's kind of like
Well,
he's a very dark hero if you put it to
Uh,
the side like that.
I wouldn't say the Guardians are like a heroic team. I would say they're more like anti-heroes in a way.
Mhm.
They're just there because they're getting paid to be.
Yeah, I agree.
They're more like merchants or was it mercenaries?
Mercenary
Yeah.
merchant.
I was gonna say merchants of death, but they're like, no, that's not right.
That's Iron Man.
Okay, so all the characters are done. Let's talk about the music because in Guardians 1, music was a big part of the movie.
Yeah.
In this one, it's kind of the same, but I didn't feel like
Yes.
the impact of the music as much.
Matters as much.
Yeah. I'm not saying I didn't like the choices that they made. I just felt like
Yeah.
the impact.
I don't know. For me personally, I know the music on the first one more than the second one,
Yeah.
so that's why it feels more.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. But I mean, what did you think of the music though? Did you enjoy the music, or you're just like I would have preferred something else?
I mean, it's a good choice of music. It's just I don't know. It felt because it just felt very again similar to the first one,
Yeah.
right? So it just felt like the exact same thing.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
kind of like similar sequence with the same kind of note of the music and kind of same like it just feels like it's repeating
Yeah.
and it just kills the hype, I guess.
Yeah. Kind of. Yeah, I kind of agree, but I wouldn't say it kills the hype of the scene. It just kind of just like
Well, I guess it's just kind of like it's this thing again. It felt that way to me anyway.
I would say it feels more forced because like you know how the end where they're giving Yandu the funeral and then they play father and son. I was just like, oh okay, like that feels forced, you know, like like how movies like when there's a sad scene they play a sad music to add to the emotion, you know. But like I get it. They want to use like, if they have the licensing to this music, may as well use it, right?
By all means.
Yeah, I honestly there's really not much to say about this movie to be honest because it's everything we said was pretty much in the first one.
Yeah, and it's just that it's not a bad movie by any chance. It's just
It's been done.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that.
Okay, I guess does it hold up to this day? Do you feel? I would say so.
I mean, it's not a bad movie by any chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you could watch it like and enjoy it. Yeah, definitely.
Would you say skip it or watch it?
Skip it.
Really?
Doesn't matter.
I honestly would say you. It's kind of interesting because
Yeah.
you would have to watch it for it to make sense
Yeah.
because
Oh yeah, I get it.
because of why Nebula does stuff in later films. Or
But I mean, in the end of the day, it doesn't really matter.
I guess so. You can kind of just
That's what it feels like to me.
You can-
Yeah, you could just like, oh, I guess something happened in the movie that I don't watch, and now they're friends. You know.
yeah.
You don't need to know exactly why. And yeah.
Yeah, but that's like saying you should watch this 2-hour movie just for like this small segment. And not really, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's not really important.
You can, yeah.
Because again, at the end of the day, like probably the fact that Peter's a celestial doesn't even matter anymore.
No,
right?
it doesn't. No.
Exactly. So there's no point.
Yeah, in fact, he can't access that power anymore. So it's kind of like, why even say he's half celestial? You know. Yeah, actually, yeah. Now that you bring that up, now that I think about it too, like, yeah, I would say skip it. You can probably get away with skipping it, to be honest.
Probably, I think easily. It'll be fine.
So, any nitpicks or changes that you want that we haven't discussed yet?
Nah, not really. There's not much that we can say really.
See,
It's nothing. It's a movie about Yandu and it's great.
yeah, it's Yondu's movie.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay, here's my nitpick, and I guess I'll have to say that I'll have to repeat it again when we get to the Avengers movie. But where the fuck is Thanos? He's like the overarching antagonist villain of this entire Infinity Saga. We haven't seen him do shit yet.
Well, he's looking for the stone, probably. You know, he's probably looking for the stones.
We could have seen him do something in this movie because he showed up in the first Guardians, right?
I don't know. I don't think it matters too much. Because he's probably locating where the stones are, right? So he's probably like, yeah, whatever. Small fry's doing small fry thing. Whatever. I don't have a bigger goal to...
Maybe, I don't know. I just want to see more Thanos because we don't get to see him until Infinity War. Like, and that's like ways away. You know, like that's a long road. Oh, no, I would say a long road, but like quite a few movies. What else? I would love to see more Infinity Stones. Like, I get why they didn't choose to, but I would have loved to have seen like a hint at the Soul Stone. I guess.
Nah, is that the last one that we haven't seen yet, or what?
I believe so. That's the last stone we haven't seen yet. I mean, I get why they want to save it as a surprise, but like, but these are like that's like a minor nitpick. What else I would like to change? Not much else, because to change anything else would be to change the whole movie. To be honest,
Yeah.
like the opening sequence of the movie. Like, some people love it, some people didn't really care for it. I was one of the people that didn't care for it.
Neither am I.
Yeah, like I get the gag,
It's-
I just didn't.
Yeah.
I just didn't find it funny.
I think it's anything that special.
Yeah. And then they do the exact same gag later on with Quill trying to find the tape or whatever, right? So it's like, I mean, I get it. It's not my cup of tea. Okay. So overall, what would you rate it?
I put a 6.
Whoa, really? That low, eh?
What do you mean? That's normal. For me, a normal movie is a 6. A 6 is not a bad movie by any chance.
Interesting. Because for me,
6 you could watch it. I think.
6 is watchable, right? But it's like,
6 is 5, yeah.
but 6 is just like, it's like you watched it, you liked it, but it was just like, eh.
That's what described the movie, is it not?
Interesting.
You liked it, you watch it, and you're like, eh. Well, exactly that. Exactly the expression that I'm feeling. Exact energy.
A 6 to me would mean like you wouldn't want to watch it again.
Probably won't.
Interesting. Okay.
Maybe if I do, I'll probably watch it for like for the Yandu scene. Like I'll watch that on YouTube. I'm not gonna watch the whole movie. Crazy.
Okay. That makes sense. For me though, I would give it the same rank as whatever Guardians I gave. I gave the Guardians the first one. Yeah, so whatever, like an 8, I guess. If I didn't give the first Guardians an 8, I'm giving it an 8. So whatever score it was before, it's an 8. Both these movies to me is an 8. Like I would rewatch this movie in a marathon, but would I choose to watch it again? I don't think so.
Yeah.
I would choose other movies to like watch again before this. Yeah, as I said, like there's really not much to say about this movie. Like we haven't said before, in the first one and in and our initial impressions. But yeah, I
nothing else to say. It's not a bad movie by any chance.
Yes, no, it's enjoyable, it's likable. Yeah, but unfortunately, it just didn't.
It is. Yeah.
It didn't hit the high mark for us. You know what? I'm gonna drop this movie down to a 7.5. Maybe even a 7.25, 7.25.
Sure.
Well, the thing is, now that
gag of the movie.
because the thing is, when I think about all the ratings I gave prior to these all the movies prior, like I was thinking like because by the end of it, we're gonna do like a tier list again to just refresh our memories, and I feel like my scores would change again.
Yeah. For me, because I don't know, because I don't know how Alex's scale is, but for me, it's a firm thing. Like, in a sense that, like, if it's okay, it's really okay. It's 6, not just because I watch it recently and it feels good. It goes that after I don't watch it in a while, it goes down. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, my scoring is different because it changes based on my mood. But I don't think I would ever give a movie a higher mark than what I give it
down.
before.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
because you're in the hype when you watched it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It can only go down. Like it doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't think about it. Be like, oh, that movie was better than expected. Bump it up. No, actually, no. Like when I think about it, I'm just like, goes down.
Yeah. What did I give it that high? I'm like,
pretty much.
I know.
Yeah. So for me, these scores aren't final until maybe after Endgame, where we do like a tier list thing. But until then, for now, these are just like my placeholder marks. Yeah. Anything else you would like to add, Bosch?
No, I am done. Thank you very much.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, don't forget to follow us on shit like YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter and Instagram. Yeah. I'll eventually update it, maybe one day. Who knows? Whenever I feel like it. When we get back to it, I guess. Until then, yeah. Bosch, do the outro, please.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. This is Full Odyssey Podcast episode 42. This is Boschka.
This is Alex.
Thank you for listening. See you again next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.